Let's investigate series circuits. We want to look at the effect of adding resistors in series on the brightness of a bulb in the circuit. But first we need to understand some terms. Current strength means the rate at which electric current flows. Its symbol is I and its unit is amperes, which we shorten to A. Here we have an electric circuit. It's made of a battery, wires, a closed switch, a resistor, a bulb, which is a type of resistor, and there's another wire. We have a complete path of conducting components. And each of these components is filled with electrons, negatively charged particles. And when we have a complete circuit like this, the battery gives these electrons energy, and in so doing, the battery pushes the electrons so that they move around the circuit. When they move, we say there is electric current flowing, and the rate at which they move is called current strength. If they move around at a high rate rapidly, we say there's a high current strength. We can liken this to this marble circuit. Here we have a groove in which we have marbles, representing the electrons in the electric circuit. We push these marbles, just like the battery pushes the electrons. We give the marbles energy as the battery gives the electrons energy. And as a result, they move around this marble circuit. We can cause these marbles to move around at a high rate by pushing hard. Then they move quickly. We could say that is like a high current strength. Or we could make them move at a low rate, perhaps by pushing only slightly. Then the marbles don't move very fast, and that's a bit like a low current strength. Then we need to understand the terms resistor and resistance, and in what ways they are similar and different. A resistor is a component. Here we can see a picture of one. And a resistor has resistance. Resistance is the property of how difficult that component makes it for electric current to flow through it. The symbol of resistance is R and its unit is ohms. How can we think about resistance in this marble circuit? We have to imagine that maybe we place a piece of rough sandpaper under the marbles at one place in this groove. The sandpaper is rough. It's not so easy for the marbles to move across the rough sandpaper. It's easier for them to move across the smooth wood of the groove. So if we put some sandpaper under a section of where the marbles move, that sandpaper is like a resistor, and because it makes it more difficult for the marbles to move, it offers resistance. We could put a very rough piece of sandpaper at one place, and that would offer more resistance than another piece of sandpaper that isn't so rough. Or we could put a long piece of sandpaper on the groove at one place, and because it's so long, it offers a lot of resistance.